Hi and welcome to another Tarot Parlor video. Today I'm going to show you 3 simple ways to get a yes or no answer using the cards. And these are super simple, beginner friendly. Let's dive right into it. So really make a mess of it. Like flip them, really just I sometimes literally throw them across the room, just whatever, you do whatever you want. So make a mess of them. You put them all in front of you, the whole deck, all 78. Ask your question and really focus on it. So take a minute to really focus on your question, and as much as possible, try to get a blank mind, get in a neutral space. Do not try to influence the answer, okay? That's why sometimes it's hard to read for yourself, but so ask your question. So for instance, I'm gonna ask a question that has actually nothing to do with me right now because there's nothing like that on my mind. But let's say, will my sister get a raise this year? And I'm going to take one card, and it's very simple. If it's upright, it's a yes. If it's reversed, it's a no. It's reversed for me, so it's a no. That's the first way. The other way, also super simple, is you do the same thing. You make a mess, you throw them around the room, you shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Just let it be as messy as possible. And then you take 3 cards. And why is that different than the first one? It's, you have to believe in your answer. You have to believe in what you're doing. And for some people, 1 card is too simplistic. So the 3-card method is the exact same thing, but it's just more solid because it involves more cards. So it's more convincing for some people. And it's really all about your connection between you and your deck, always, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. You ask a question and then you take 3 cards. If 2 cards are upright or more, 2 cards or 3 cards are upright, the answer is yes. If 2 cards or 3 cards are reversed, the answer is no. So you do the same thing. You've shuffled really good. And now you focus on your question. Try to get into a blank state of mind. Just make room for the answer. And pick 3 cards that called to you. So now I'm going to be doing the same. Let's say, will I buy a new car this month? Okay, I'm going to make some room here. Reversed, upright, reversed. So the answer is no. This is what I'm seeing because it's a little confusing. So I'm not going to buy a new car this month. That makes a lot of sense. I think it's the 30th or 31st. It's July 31st today. So yeah, probably not. And I'm not planning on buying a car in August either. So here we are. Very simple. 2 cards upright, it's a yes. 2 cards reversed or more is a no. And then, of course, the ultimate way to get an answer is to simply read the cards. And for that, you can simply do an intuitive reading. So what I like to do for yes, no questions for my clients, I like to do 2 or 3 cards and do an intuitive reading with what the cards are actually telling me. So obviously, based on the cards' energy, if they're more positive or challenging cards, but also that gives me a lot of information about the answer itself. It's not just yes or no, it's this is what's happening. If it's about a relationship, I get a lot of information about the 2 people in the relationship and maybe some obstacles, and maybe I get some advice from the cards on how to resolve that if it's a no. Doing it that way, of course, gets you a more in-depth answer but it's also harder to do for yourself because you have to be neutral enough in a reading to really get what the cards are saying and to accept the message, which we're not always willing to do when we're reading for ourselves. And I say I do include myself in that, because when I'm emotionally attached to an outcome, when I'm emotionally attached to a reading for myself, I just don't do as good a job as I do for my clients, and it's not because I don't care about my clients. I care deeply, but I have enough distance that I can, detach myself from the outcome to really get the best possible advice and information from the cards. So when you have to read for yourself and when you want to read for yourself, I strongly advise doing one of the two readings that I showed you, like upright or reversed, because that's just like black and white basically. So you cannot go and be like, oh yeah, but maybe the lovers meant this, maybe the devil meant that. Like, no, is it upright or is it reversed? Simple. And when you're ready, you can read the actual cards. I also advise when you do the reverse versus upright methods, if you feel it, if you can do it, and often it's easier when you get the answer that you want, you can follow up by reading the actual cards, because you will get more information from the actual cards showing up. Again, easier when it's the answer that you were hoping for. Good practice if you do it either way. But as always with tarot, don't push yourself. Don't ask something you're not ready to get the answer to. And, just take it easy. Just do what you can do. Don't put yourself in an emotionally uncomfortable position. There are always ways to ask around. There are always ways to ask for guidance and advice instead when you're not ready for an answer. Tarot does not sugarcoat. Tarot does not lie. But there are so many ways to use it that you can always feel safe around it. You just have to decide what you're ready for. All right, I hope this helps. There is a ton more content, free content, some courses and whatnot on tarotparlor.com. You can get a reading with me, you can get a coaching session with me, or you can just peruse the website and get a ton of content, advice on reading tarot, getting tarot for beginners and advanced readers. So, I would love to see you there. And if you're here, like, subscribe, do all the things, like dance around the video. I don't care. I do care, actually. I thank you for being here. I'm super excited for the next one, and have a great day. Bye.